All right, outside Excalibur Comics, which is one of Portland's oldest comic book store. Sean works at Excalibur on the side hustle, and Excalibur also had that Spider-Man 1 that I got graded, the UPC. So I've been here once before, like, gosh, 6-7 years ago. Didn't know him then. So I'm gonna go inside, see what goodies I find in their massive inventory.
I'm sorry.
Over here. You don't need that. Thank you.
We can go. Have a great day. Putting stuff out. Yes.
How much would you sell a news
I adore you, but will not sell my copy. I appreciate it. Family in here?
Okay. Well, I mean.
All right. Thanks to the owner of Excalibur Comics and to Sean, also known as QWERTY Comics, for letting me shop around and seeing what I could find, take some video footage. So hopefully you enjoyed that show floor tour. It is a huge store. It is such a good store. They have so much. They have magazines, they have kids' books, they have a little bit of modern, but mostly it is back issues. And that is my sweet spot. That's what I miss where I live. I don't have a lot of comic book stores that have massive amount of back issues. Not only that, but also back issues that rotate. There is so much stock there that they are just going through. They are pricing, they are putting out and refreshing. So Excalibur really has a good rotation of books. So if you go one day and they don't have what you want, you can go back in a week or two and they might have it. You never know. So you have to stay on your toes. You have to form a relationship. You have to talk to them, and just, you know, like, I think that's always the greatest way to shop, is to know your LCS owners and to let them know what you want, and they'll keep an eye out. So it was my first real time going there. I mean, I'd been there once before, did a really quick shopping when I was in town for a conference in Portland many years ago. But yeah, so Portland, Oregon has the comic book shops, and Excalibur is no exception. So I picked up a bunch of books. So there's definitely a theme to this. So I am not looking for a lot of expensive big boy books. If they come across my lap, I might try to get them. But there's very few that I'm looking to get. But Excalibur has a nice wall, so check out the wall. But in the bins, I found a bunch. So I've been looking for this book, and I found a really nice copy of New Mutants 28. Which is a magic key, an Ilyana Rasputin key. I think this might be the first time she's called magic. So really nice book. Slumber Party. Look at the Bill Sienkiewicz cover. Warlock, classic New Mutants at that time period. I've been looking for a nice copy of this book, and they had it, and I'm surprised. The Scotty Young Wolverine First Class 20. Two Wolverines on the cover, two different costumes. Just what an awesome early-ish Scotty Young before he started doing the babies. This is pre-baby era, and frankly, it's my favorite Scotty Young era. I'm not a huge Scotty Young collector in the sense that I'm not buying all of his most recent stuff. I'm buying this stuff because of the like sort of the faded and the wash, the paint that they did on this. Really cool cover. Wolverine First Class. He also did another couple issues of this series, at least on the cover, and those are ones I have. I've been picking up some older Savage Dragon books, above 100, and so I found Savage Dragon 166, Savage Dragon 101, so they're obviously not in any order, and a lot of these were minty. They had them in a box. I was like, great, you know, just let's pull them and see what the tally is going to be. Savage Dragon 173, a little bit more expensive. It's a glum issue, this character. 183. We're going to pick up Heat in a minute. 102, really minty copy. It does have a spine ticker too, but hey, There's no rub. This is an Invincible preview. This is a book that I always, when I see it, I pick up, especially if it's a nice condition. It's a cool cover, disturbing cover, because we got babies on umbilical cords, monster babies. But hey, Invincible preview in there. Early Invincible, predates Invincible #1. And then I have on an Eric Larson kick, so Supreme 65. Really cool minimalist type of cover. And Supreme 67. Really nice minty copy. I do have a 9.6 in this. I think that's the only copy I have. Maybe I have another one. But I just love that this is sort of a subversive or like a lesser known connection to the Supreme universe. And it's a different costume. Omni-Man's blue and red. It's not quite his costume, right? So that's kind of cool. And then speaking of Invincible, they had some 102. This is issue 133. And the 100s are lower print run. You know, people weren't keen on them at that time. So there you go. 105, which I think this is destined to be an iconic cover. It's not my favorite Invincible cover, but I think it's destined to be an iconic one. And last but not least, from Excalibur Comics, 138. So I bought all those comic books for under $200, especially those that Supreme Omni-Man book and the Savage Dragon 102. Those are the money books in this haul. Those are the ones that were pricey, rightfully so, because of the early Invincible keys and tie-ins. They're highly sought after. So I found some great books and spent about an hour hunting there. I could have spent so much longer, but I'm trying to be targeted. After going to Frankenstein Comic Swap, I really wanted to make sure I filled in some of those gaps. So I wanted to focus on Savage Dragon and Invincible and some lesser known books that I have on my list. I've been able to hit some of them. So that is my Portland Excalibur Comic Book Shop haul. So check them out. Great store, great store. They also do Instagram and they do mail order. So that I didn't know that actually. Sean's been picking up books for me when I see them on their Instagram. But they do post books regularly, the keys that they find, the books that are coming in the shop. So check out their Instagram. And if you're interested in something, no matter where you are, you can ask them to buy it and they'll be receptive to that. I wish more stores did that. There's so many stores out there that have books that they post, and I was like, I wish I was in your location so I could buy it, but I'm not there. So you've lost my sale at least, or it's not even possible. Anyway, stay tuned. I have one more video left on my Portland trip, and that is going to be about 5 other comic book stores. I'm not doing single videos for each of those stores because sometimes I bought 1, sometimes I bought 10. So we'll do one comic book store pub crawl, if you will, and see what books I found. I tell you, in those videos, there's at least one crazy find that I couldn't believe my eyes. I looked at Sean, I was like, are you effing kidding me? So stay tuned for that video. Thanks for watching today. Comment, subscribe if you're new, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.